Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And before we get into the ticket for this video, I do want to mention that I was just able to get memberships on my channel, which I'm pretty excited about. So if you have found these videos to be useful and you would like to support what I'm doing over here on the channel, I would love to have that support. If not, no worries. But now on with the ticket. So in this video, we are looking at the new New York Lottery $3 multiply your numbers ticket. This is part of the October 2024 series of tickets, came out in New York this past week. And this one is not your typical number match game. This is a number match game, but it's kind of works more like bingo, I think. So you have 10 rows of numbers here. You have a bunch of numbers up at the top. And if you can find all of the numbers in one of your rows, that's when you win a prize. So you can't just find one or two numbers in a row. You got to find all five. That's what gets you the prize. Plus there is a multiplier there, so you have the potential to multiply your winnings. Now here on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the New York Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 4.12, and it does look like you can win anywhere from $3 up to $60,000. Really, couple things stand out on the prize structure here. First of all, $60,000 is about half of what a top prize for a $3 ticket should be. It should be around $150,000. And then these odds are just way too long. I mean, even for a $150,000 prize, the odds should be like 1 in a million. So these odds are about 6 times longer than they should be. So, I mean, it just is crazy how cheap the New York Lottery is being on this top prize. And in addition to that, the $3,000 prize has odds of over 1 in a million. I mean, how much money do they think $3,000 is that the odds have to be 1 in a million? That's crazy. So New York Lottery being so cheap on these top two prizes, which would, for me, this would make me not play the ticket at all. It's just not worth the wager for the top prize at those like crazy long odds. But the rest of the prize structure, nothing too crazy jumps out. So we will mention taxes. So in New York, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 32.82% in taxes. That is a lot of tax money. So it only applies to the top prize here. So I don't view the tax money as part of the value of a game, so that does affect how I view this top prize. So instead of $60,000, I'm going to view this as $40,308, which makes it even more ridiculous that the odds are 1 in 2.5 million. Now, with that adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 62 and 63%. This is ridiculously low. I mean, we look for a minimum of 70% payout on every ticket we review on the channel, and this is so far below 70%. So there's no way I would ever touch this ticket. New York Lottery is such, like, almost all of New York Lottery's scratch tickets are such a scam, just like this one is. Now, the other thing we do need to mention about the 62% payout is that it does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are even going to see 62% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning those top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $50 prize level. Now, I have to stress, I would never personally buy this, and I would never ever recommend that anybody buy this. It's such a ripoff. But we know there are going to be people who buy it. Those people who do buy it, when they do win, they're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $3 and $50. There's a split there at the $50 prize level. It's about 83 to 17. So the large majority, 83% of these $50 prizes are going to fall here in the bottom of the prize structure where average folks are winning. The other 17%, though, are going to join the rest of these prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds. Move that decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that only about 1 in every 412 tickets has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $1,236 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that's significant information to note if you are thinking about playing the game. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 52 and 53%. This is another ridiculously low number. We look for a minimum of 60% payout for the bottom 99% of prizes on every ticket we review. And the reason we look for 60% is because, at least in my opinion, when you're playing a ticket with, in the 50% range here, it just feels like you lose your money so fast that, to me, it's not fun to play. It's super frustrating. And so, the New York Lottery is this is just such a horrible ticket. And this is like a low 50% range. So, most people are going to take just a brutal beating on this game. Now, here on this page, we are tracking the increases and decreases in New York $3 tickets. The data point for multiplier numbers is all the way over here on the right. So, it did gain like a tiny bit of value from the previous $3 ticket, extra bonus cash word. And normally I would say, when a ticket gains value, even if it's a little bit, it might be a good time to play. But all of these $3 tickets in New York are just complete garbage. They're such a ripoff, so please don't play them. Now, if you are just bound and determined to play $3 tickets in New York, up here in green, you see the best ticket in every column. So if you're playing for overall value, multiplier numbers does have the highest payout of any $3 ticket, any recent $3 ticket that still has jackpots left. But still, it's such a bad payoff. If you're playing for odds, Lucky Lines has the best odds, but it's even got a worse payout than this multiplier numbers ticket. If you are a more conservative player and like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, Line 'em Up has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks, but 55% is still super brutal. And then if you are more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money, when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, Lucky Lines has the most money at the top of the prize structure. And then we are keeping track of top prizes over here as well, if you're interested in that. Now, here on this page, we're ranking New York $3 tickets based on overall payout. $62.91 was good enough for second place. So, believe it or not, this is the second best $3 ticket we've seen come out of New York. Can that be right? That is correct. Wow, that is just crazy that the second best ticket has such a low payout. But even the best ticket is only at 63% payout. We look for a minimum of 70%. We look for that because, states can make plenty of money in that 70% range, and it makes it fair to the state and the player. But New York Lottery doesn't care about being fair. All they care about is ripping you off and stealing your money. And this is proof of it right here. Now, here on this page, we're ranking based on that bottom 99% payout. Here, multiplier numbers is the second most difficult ticket for average players. So again, it's going to be really, really super brutal unless you're winning like the top couple of prizes, which, you have to be like extremely lucky to hit. Now here on this page, we get to compare $3 ticket values across states, and you can see multiplier numbers is here in 28th place overall. So this is all the $3 tickets that have come out in the 6 states that we're reviewing tickets for over the past year and a half, something like that. And you can see all of New York's tickets at the bottom of the prize, at the bottom of this list. It just means that New York is not competitive at all with what other states are doing, which is a sad state of affairs. But that's why this channel exists, to make people aware of the values of the tickets in their state. And you can see how much lower the New York Lottery payouts are compared to other states. It's not that far off from Texas, but when you start getting into California and Florida, Georgia, it's so far off. And what we really want to do here is look at the top of the list. Best $3 ticket we've seen on the channel so far came out of Georgia. It had 73% payout. And we have to ask the question, if Georgia can make a $3 ticket at 73% payout and make plenty of money doing it, then why in the world is New York putting out $3 tickets at 62% payout? That is over 10 full percentage points less than what Georgia did with this 15x cash word ticket. And 10% is a huge amount of money when you think about how many tickets go into just one scratch game. One scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $3 price tag, and that's $30 million wrapped up in just one scratch game. And 10% of 30 million, of course, is $3 million. that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players on this 15x cash word. And this is not even really that good of a payout. That the New York Lottery is essentially stealing from its players. And I say stealing because the New York Lottery could do better. We know that because look at what all the other states are doing. They don't advertise the payouts, which means they want you to play in the dark. They want you to waste your money on tickets that are trash. And they have no moral compass about it at all. And so you got to quit playing New York's lottery tickets in general, because the New York is at the bottom in every single price category of tickets. And the only way you're going to get better tickets is to stop playing the junk that the New York Lottery is putting out. Now here on this page, we get to compare based on the bottom 99% payout. 52.96 is second worst. It is the second worst $3 ticket for the average person that we've seen on the channel, which is crazy. It's just a brutal ticket. Now here on this page, this is to give a little bit more context as to how low the payout is on this ticket. The best $1 ticket we've seen came out of Massachusetts. By the way, if you live in New York and you are close to the Massachusetts border, Massachusetts has some of the best scratch tickets in the US. So, just take a drive across the border, buy your scratch tickets, and you're going to get way more value for your money, as is shown here. Like even $1 tickets in Massachusetts are so much better than $3 tickets in New York. But Massachusetts $1 tickets regularly come out at 69% payout. That is 7 full percentage points more than what you're getting from a $3 ticket in New York. Best $2 ticket we've seen came out of Georgia, had 75% payout. That's 12 over 12 percentage points more than what you're getting from a $3 ticket in New York. And this is completely backwards. You should never have a more expensive ticket with a lower payout than cheaper tickets, even if it is from another state. It's ridiculous. The bar is here. I mean, any ticket from any state that costs more than $2 should have at least 75% payout on it. So New York is so far off from where it should be. Again, just complete criminal activity is what's going on with the New York Lottery. Now here on this page are the top 36 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far. There are no $3 tickets on this list and probably never will be, so you can pause that and look at it if you'd like. And then here are the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. Again, no $3 tickets here, but there is a $2 ticket. So maybe we'll see a $3 ticket here one day, but that's about it for the New York Lottery $3 multiply your numbers ticket. It's a pretty ticket. That's all the good I can say about it. It is such a horrible ticket. New York Lottery is the worst lottery organization, I think, maybe in the US. Who knows? We'd have to look, but it's definitely by far worse than any of the other 5 states that I'm looking at on this channel. So please don't waste your money on this ticket. If you're scratching, find a scratcher from another state that you like and trust and just buy scratchers from other states. The New York Lottery is ripping you off like crazy. So that's unfortunate, but that's how it is. And so that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.